I am Nag, and I'm going to become one of the strongest players in enemy defenders. For that, I need to have great traits and stats for all the most powerful units. So in this video, we'll be going over some of the must-haves, starting with one I never expected to touch, but ended up rolling way more than I should have. Alright, so obviously I already have a lot of really good units, which cannot be included in this video because I already have such great traits. Like, I have Almighty on Flame Dragon, although he will be a part of this video, stay tuned for that. Almighty Egress, Jinwoo, Hikari, like the best units essentially. But the unit I really want to start with is Sharpshooter. Oh my god, her stats. I got her shiny version obviously on my video, getting all shiny units in the game, or shiny mythics, sorry. And the interesting thing about this character is that she is the very only heal unit in the game. There's no other heal unit in this entire game. That makes her pretty original. Sorry, there are heal units. No heal mythic or secret. She's the only heal mythic in the entire game. So I thought it would be a good idea to start with her. And I'm gonna try to get some decent stats. I'm not looking for anything crazy, especially because, I mean, oh, that's good. Getting crazy stats on an already evolved character is so hard. I'm going for B+ and above for this character. So we already got B+ range, A+ cooldown. I'll take that. Let's see what we can get for, please though. I'm running out of dice here, please. B+. Alright, that's good enough. So what exactly are we looking for on this character? I think we can start the video, open the video up with an Almighty. How about that? Because again, she's the only heal mythic, and maybe next update or, you know, updates upcoming will have better heal mythics, but we don't know. So as of right now, she's the best heal unit in the game. Requiem. Am I really gonna roll off a Requiem? Already I'm thinking, can I find... Dude, finding one for sale is gonna be so hard. Nah, I think we're gonna have to be strong. I think we're gonna have to be strong and roll off Requiem. It feels tough though, but I kind of really want Almighty to be completely, you know, safe. But Requiems will be something I'm looking for in this video. Once we get to those characters, you'll see. But some characters actually want Requiem. Sonic, not bad actually. Oh, okay. Next Prodigy, I need to remember to level her up because she's level 50. Just to use less materials. It's whatever. Prodigy. Every day I farm level up materials on my main account. So I am quite stocked. 1,000 underwater chests. Requiem again. Oh my god, man. I gotta be strong. We're already down quite a bit of rerolls. You don't go down as fast with mythics as you do with secrets, that's for sure. But it's still not coming as easily as I was hoping. Precision 1. Requiem? No, there's no way, man. I got 3 Requiems. Almost want to roll with a different one. What are the odds I can find? Finding another one is going to be so tough. No one's selling her. I legit cannot find her for sale. On Discord, the only people that have her listed for sale are like the scammers. You know what I'm talking about. If you go on the Discord trading, you know who I'm talking. You know the bots I'm talking about that spam the like list of characters for like absurdly cheap prices, or they're gonna buy your characters for like super absurdly high prices. Those scammers. No real person is listing her for sale because like no one, I guess, thinks they're gonna be able to sell her, and I couldn't find any server. So that Requiem was rolled off. A little painful, but is what it is. Ever since my video working on shiny, or getting every shiny, where I got a ton of Almighty super easily, I think the devs realized and toned down my rates. Ever since that video, every Almighty I've got has been just painful. I guess as it should be, it's a 0.1% chance, but like, I was getting used to it, you know? Another precision, my god, man. Just get this done. Nah, I'm gonna run out of rerolls. I'm gonna have to buy more. My gems. Oh, hopefully after this update, they add rerolls to the booths, so I don't have to do the whole weird trade thing, because I trade my gems for rerolls, right? That's what I do. But it's like super awkward. You have to do this whole song and dance. If they add rerolls to booths, then it's gonna be way simpler. Dude, this would be the craziest roll on the Rockstar. Oh my god. I got Bullseye like 70 times, man. I should have kept that Requiem. No. I was too greedy. I am my own worst enemy. My last 10 rolls. Can it happen? Probably not. I'll be back for her. But update comes out and like, oh, my game is like going crazy right now. What's going on? Super laggy. What is happening? Oh, it's probably because I'm in the United States. That's like way too high of ping for me. Whatever, I'll be back for her some other day. So here's the deal. At the time of me recording, we were quite unsure about flying enemies and all that. So now that we know a bunch of good units ended up getting the hybrid label, such as Gojo, Natsu, etc., I feel really stupid for trying so hard to make an almighty happen here. But what can I say? I'm quite stubborn. It's a couple of hours later. I'm just gonna do a couple more. And if I get something decent, I'll just keep for now, just so I can play with her during the update if they release flying enemies. Just anything decent I'll take, because I'm I'm almost desperate at the moment. Like a precision, a sonic, anything. Bullseye? Nah, that's just range. Crit 3, Brawler 3? I guess I have to take this. After 400 rerolls, I might as well, right? Alright, so it's a couple of days later, as you can see. You know, the update has already released. I already have Gojo right here. And Sharpshooter, in these past few days, have actually dropped in, I would say, value quite a bit. Because when the update first dropped, Sharpshooter was still the only character in the game that could hit flying. And then, like, I would say an hour after the update or something like that, they actually made more characters hybrid, like Natsu, Sukuna, Bear, Gojo is hybrid. So this inherent value that Sharpshooter had by just being the only character in the game that could hit flying doesn't exist anymore. Now, because I already rolled so much, I have an extreme need to see this through. But yeah, unfortunately, the only hill character in the game is still completely worthless, because Gojo's always a better character, Natsu's a better character, Sukuna's a better character, the Bear is a better character. In this video, at the very least, 2 of the characters I just mentioned will also be in it. So, you know, I'm already stacked on those, but like I said, like we've started this. I will see it through. I will get the almighty, because this is what we do here, right? We see things through. So hopefully it won't take me too much. I just got an almighty. Like, I literally just rolled an almighty, like, as soon as... Sonic Swift 3? Bro. I don't want to roll this off. Should be the fastest bow and arrow. How much is swiftness again? It's 12.5. It's faster than Requiem. And I already have A+ cooldown. I really don't want to roll this off. It's just such a cool combo of traits. Sonic and Swiftness 3. Listen, this video has lots of exciting stuff. So I think I will cut her short here. And I want to see what... let me level her up. Because I know what's coming next. Because everything else for this video has already been recorded. I left this for last. There's lots of cool stuff coming up, so no one's gonna be upset if I cut this short. Alright. I don't actually recall how many placements she is. She's 3, right? Let's see. Can I put the 4th? No, she's 4 placement. Oh, I thought she was 3. Dude, Sonic Swiftness 3 is so much better than Almighty because she's 4 placement. Now, obviously, the audio is deafening. Obviously, it's much easier to like max out an Almighty character and, you know, all that. But I'm not gonna lie. So this character, unfortunately, only heal mythic, but there are hybrid characters and they have higher DPS than her. But for what I can understand, she actually, I'm just gonna max upgrade her. She actually does 1.5 times damage towards flying enemies. So if they release a multiplier for stages, which is like flying, right, where every enemy is flying, this character will be very, very strong. We'll have to see, because Anime Last Stand has that. Did Anime Adventures have that? I don't recall now. I don't think so. But Anime Last Stand has like, on challenges, there are stages where there's only flying enemies. So if they never release any more hills, which they haven't in like 2 updates, this character will still have value from that. Now, what's the DPS looking like? Let me see. Her DPS is 17.2 thousand. That's pretty bad. Even with Sonic Swiftness, her DPS is really bad. But if you multiply that by 1.5, there's 25,000 DPS. It's actually like more than a secret. So against flying enemies, she is the highest DPS character in the game. Against any other enemy, she's quite mid, so let me move on to a much better character. Next up is a unit that I'll most certainly make a lot of use of. By the time we're recording this, we know him to be the highest damage per second mythic in the game. It's Natsu. And since he's a 4 placement, I need a very specific trait out of him. But first, I need to get a shiny. Alright, I'm doing this trade for a shiny Natsu that this guy couldn't sell to me for gems because he had a limit. Oh, he's giving me 2 trait crystals? Okay. He had like a limit on his booth. By the way, limits are stupid. But because of that, he was like, I don't want to trade for rerolls. What I really want is a Garp for some reason. And I was like, okay, you stay right there and I'm gonna go get a Garp for you. Come back and trade for your Natsu. Because I really want a Natsu. Natsu, if you don't know, is the highest DPS mythic in the game with Requiem. Now there's a new mythic that's pretty good that came out with update 2. I'm waiting, you know, to see if he actually has higher DPS, but for the time being, Natsu with Requiem is something to go for because in leaderboard runs, you know, because it's a 4 placement, he's actually better with Requiem than with Unique. And I have a Unique Natsu right there, as you can see at the bottom, but now I'm gonna also get a Requiem Natsu as well. Sonic would have been great too. That's his second best trait, and we did get it, but I'm looking only for the best. So, by the way, his stats. Oh, this is my not this is the yeah. They're completely terrible. So let's get something better. A+ range off the bat. Cannot be mad about that. He's already evolved too, so it doesn't get any better than whatever I roll here. A-, I'll take it. A- to S is like a maybe 0.5% difference, or maybe even less. It's like, it's really, really small. S, oh, that's good stats, man. Let's see, hopefully it won't take me long here, because I'm kind of in the middle of something as well. The update 2 just dropped, and I don't want to waste too many rerolls in here. I've already wasted so many rerolls on that Sharpshooter, and it went to nothing. And then now Natsu is also hybrid, so it's like, I don't even know if I'm gonna go back to Sharpshooter. I guess you guys are gonna know if I do or not, since it will be in the video. But since Natsu is already like the highest DPS mythic, and he's hybrid, like why? Or Brawler 3, Swiftness 3, that's like the poor man's Requiem right there. If he's already the highest DPS character and he's hybrid, why would I care about, you know, Sharpshooter? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. Precision 1. Precision really does suck. It's like, you see the DPS chart. Maybe I can give my other so you can show. Joker, if I remember to give you the DPS chart. Requiem Natsu is like his best trait. Precision is his worst. Or like one of his worst. It's like, he does less damage with Precision than with Brawler 3. Imagine I got another Almighty. I could probably sell it though, so it wouldn't be a waste. Sonic is his second best, but like I said, I'm only taking the best. Another Precision. Dude, I've rolled Precision so many times. Sonic again! A Requiem Sonic Natsu would go so insane. By the way, if you don't know, you can't roll the same trait twice. That's what I've been told by a dev. So it's like, oh, imagine double Requiem. You can't. You can't roll the same trait. You can't roll like double Almighty or anything like that. You technically could in Enemy Adventures. You could technically roll a double Unique, but did it ever happen? No one has proof, so the chances were just so small. Especially because in this game, the chances of getting a double trait are way higher than Enemy Adventures was. It was like impossibly rare to get double traits back then, as I haven't seen a double trait in a while at this point. Sonic again, dude, I'm very much contemplating just keeping Sonic. But you know how it is. Trying to be the strongest, you gotta go for what's best, right? Another Sonic 1. I'm really just thinking about keeping it. Oh my god, this is taking long. Brawler 3 Crit 3. I wish I knew what the DPS... I'm actually gonna check the DPS for this. It might... Could it be better than Requiem? I doubt it. I cannot find it. It's not in the Discord or anything. Someone just made a list and calculated every double trait possibility DPS in the game. I don't know where it is. It's getting to the point where I'm quite concerned I'm gonna roll an Almighty. And if I do, I'm gonna have to find someone to like trade or buy it from me and then start rolling on a different Natsu. It's gonna be super annoying if that happens. I should have just looked for a Requiem Natsu at this point. It would have ended up way cheaper than this. Another Sonic, and I only have 50 rerolls left. 102 bullseye. Whoa, so much range. This video is already being quite difficult. It has been indeed. Alright, I'm back and I'm getting this done now. It took me a while, a bunch of trading, but I got gems. Sorry, I got rerolls, and this is getting done. In this sitting, I don't care if it takes all of these rerolls. Now it's a personal thing. I need to roll this trait. And if I get Almighty, I'll be very upset. Because I think it would be actually very hard to sell an Almighty. Yes! Oh! Whew. Best DPS Mythic. Again, by the time I'm recording this, there's not been any data on the DPS on this guy. So, for the time being, highest DPS character in the game, or sorry, Mythic in the game, highest DPS character is probably Gojo. In my hands right now, let's go. By the way, thanks to everyone who joined the project I'm involved in called Anime Reborn on the last video. To anyone who's interested, I'm working on a tower defense game with a bunch of talented people and other YouTubers because we want to make the best game out there. And with so much feedback from you guys, we think it will be possible. So if you want to be up to date on it, make sure to join the Discord in the description. Now, back to Natsu. Alright, so I felt like the best place for me to show Natsu would be in this raid. So Natsu is really great for his DPS, of course, but he is also a hybrid on placement, and he is cheaper than most characters. So you can use him for a lot of different things. I still brought Gojo just in case, but I think he can solo this raid. With Requiem, I can probably upgrade 4 Natsus, I would say. Yeah, on placement, he doesn't do the most damage, but he gets very strong as it goes. Like as soon as he gets, yeah, I think this upgrade. It's getting pretty tight here, but I didn't want to turn off auto skip so the raid wouldn't take like too long, but I maybe should have. Like, this attack is so good. This not even the last attack, just does a bunch of hits. It's really good against shielded enemies. They don't have shield necessarily, but they have well, I guess it is a shield, but that's second life. I don't like this, so I just in general dislike line AoEs, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, 1 max upgraded, so we're chilling. Delete this one. Put another one down here. Yeah, soloing raids with almighty characters is quite difficult. He's holding up pretty good. You guys can attest for that. If you have, you know, you've tried soloing a raid with no almighties, you can attest for that. And I have not placed Gojo. I just brought him in case, because I wasn't like 100%, but he's holding up. Would have been a lot easier if I turned off auto skip wave, but you know, I'm a big grown man. I don't need to do that. I'd see this mini boss here. We're good. We should be fine. Yeah, I don't know exactly how the damage works, but he does damage to both. Oh, he's a spawner? Oh, that's not good. He does damage to both the regular health and the shield health. I've never seen that. I've done leaderboard runs, and you know, there are bosses with shields, and the shield comes off first. I don't know how that happens. I guess it's the burn? The burn ticks on the real health, and then the regular attack goes on the shield. That's pretty good, actually. We're finally at a point where we're pushing them back instead of the other way around. That's good. So right now, post-update, the DPS like official numbers have not come out yet. I don't know why, but Natsu still king of mythic unit DPS, and so is the bear. The bear is also really great. So might be needing to get one, you know what I mean? And surprisingly, what was his face? Megumi, really good DPS apparently. I can't attest on first account, but that's what I've been told. He actually does have really great DPS. He's just really bad for anything except leaderboard runs. While Natsu and the bear are like good for the game in general. Not just like very specific thing that most players don't even do. I'm just gonna chill here until the boss. The enemies can't even come out the door, so we're fine. Alright, I had to disable the effects because it was just too much. The explosions and everything, it was just too much for me. But we have money to spare, which is nice. So if you thought you could only solo this raid with a full almighty secret team, you are wrong. Natsu is goated. I mean, you could do this with the bear Requiem too. I'm thinking like the secrets you can't do with Requiem. The secrets are all like one placement, two placement. It's just unfortunate. You really need Almighty for them. Alright, the boss is out. It will take a while for him to die because he's gonna keep stunning us, but it will get there. Or does he only stun on the second phase? I think he might. He might only stun on the second phase. Honestly, he's dying a lot faster than I expected. I imagine like he would only go to second phase, like where I am here, but he's getting cooked. Literally, he's being put in fire. If I turn on the skill effects, he's literally burning, cooked. Oh, I want to try something. I don't know if I'm supposed to like keep quiet about this, but there's like this technique I've learned. So you let them attack and then you upgrade. Oh, I got stunned. No, I upgrade. The attack, I upgrade. The attack, I upgrade. Ah, the stuns are messing it up. But if you time it right, you can have the character do like all their attacks in succession with no cooldown. The stuns are messing it up though, because they keep getting stunned. Yeah, but it's working. I just did it. Yeah, really good for DPS on bosses, I guess. In this game, there are units you'd consider very valuable because they're just hard to get, such as the secrets and their shinies. But even harder are the shiny raid mythics. The bear being the first release and almost impossible to find one trading for a while. So today, I decided to get one. Alright, this is another trade in this video here. Just waiting on my timer to let me. I'm trading a shiny Hakari for a shiny Bear King. Now, this might look like a crazy trade and a big loss, but in reality, shiny Bear King is way more rare than Hakari, and like, maybe soon it will change because now he's droppable from the raid, but this is a character that, you know, I would not get for less than this. I'll say that. And Bear King was really bad when he dropped, but right now, he is very good, and he is meta on certain leaderboard runs because he bleeds, and bleed stops regen. Oh my god, please give me this range, please don't do me like that. He's already evoed, like it's impossible to find an unevo. Ideally, I'll get an unevo, and I'll just grind the material, whatever, because then I could actually get like higher stats, right? S range, perfect. He's a full AoE character, so what you're looking for on him is actually not Almighty. Although if I do get it, I'll keep it, right? I'm not gonna roll off. You're actually looking for Sonic or Requiem. You just want to make sure that that bleed is constantly on to stop the regen. And actually need to check, how many placements is this unit? Is he 3 or is he 4? But in either way, Requiem would be the ideal. And I mean, even Bullseye, dude, Bullseye Requiem would be the greatest because he actually has quite the big full AoE range. But if we do get Almighty, obviously we're keeping it. We're not gonna roll off in Almighty, but we're not, you know, we're not going for it, which is nice. You know, sometimes I need a break from the Almighties. When you're looking for a trait that's a 0.1% and then you're rolling on and on. I mean, Sharpshooter is first before this guy in the sequence of this video, so you guys know. Sometimes you're just like rolling and rolling, and it's just not coming. Come on, I just need a Sonic. I don't even need anything crazy. I just need a Sonic. Okay, so Sonic is still, I think, is equally as good as Requiem. Sonic makes him attack faster, it's 20%. Requiem's 10, but Requiem gives him range and damage. I think the DPS on the Requiem is a little bit better, but it's not necessary, so I'm just gonna keep it as is. Alright, so the bear, right? We got him Sonic, and he's a 4 placement, so this is why going for Almighty, I mean, obviously getting Almighty is always great, but isn't necessarily the best. Sort of like Natsu in a way. By the way, my trade for the bear was definitely a bit of a loss for me, but like legit, no one was trading him. And then after I traded for that bear, I've been seeing him for sale for like 450, 500k, like multiple times. So, unlucky. That was probably like a 200,000 gem L. It'd be like that sometimes though. Alright, so one big thing about this character, right, which I'm gonna demonstrate in a bit, is that he's a double hit on placement. Now, that might not matter, you know, for most activities, but look at this 3 shielded enemy here. I swear every character in the game is a 1 hit on placement. So it would take like 4 hits from Igris to break this shield and start doing damage to him, right? 4 because there's another shield on top of it. But the bear has a double hit and he attacks quite fast because of Sonic. So he can break shields very easily. And that's going to become, you know, very important to mention in a bit. On the second attack, he already becomes full AoE and he bleeds at all times. So this bleed is very powerful and it makes him... It's either him or Natsu, the strongest, like highest DPS mythic in the game. Again, no Almighty, you gotta have Sonic or Requiem, and then, you know, all 4 attacking together. That's the math, right? It needs to be all 4, not just one individually. Next attack becomes a circle again, and then a line as a little thick line, but short. And he goes back to being a full AoE and stays at a full AoE after that. And so it's a pretty... Okay, I couldn't see anything. Pretty big full AoE. We don't have Requiem. With Requiem would be even better. But Sonic is what's best because, and again I'll also show this, you want him to attack as fast as possible, to apply bleed, so that you can stop regen. So this unit is very, very, very competitive right now. People are using it on Castle for high floors and for leaderboard runs. So let's cut to the leaderboard run that I did with Bear, and then, which I actually, we got number 1 on that leaderboard. And then I'll show on the tower how powerful he is. I'm in the middle of a leaderboard run that's been going on for like 6 hours. But yeah, I brought here the bear because this right here, 100 million health, and guess what? He is a regen. So without a bleed unit, it's really, really tough. And the bear, I believe, I might have this as a fact later because I'm recording this before the showcase. Not only he has higher DPS than Sukune, but because we have, you know, 4 right here, we can make sure that it's always on him at all times. So yeah, the bear is meta. He was terrible, but you know, now he's actually pretty good, and he is hybrid. Right now that doesn't matter, but it might in the future. All right, so on tower, the enemies spawn with tons of shield, and it's like every floor starting, I don't know, I think almost at the beginning that's when it starts. Like they just spawn in with so much shield, and very little characters do like double hits. So it's really, really tough to break the shields and then, you know, start doing damage. But the bear, not only he's quite strong, he does the double hit. So we put him to attack on last here for now. And put Jinwoo as well. Cause see, Jinwoo only hits once, and that's the same case for like every secret and pretty much all the mythicals except maybe I think Donut. He does double hit as well. Place a Gojo just to take care of the flying. Also very little characters are hybrid, like I mentioned, right? Bear being one of the hybrid characters. Very few. This is not the highest floor of tower ever. I really was gonna go for a top position, but I just haven't had enough time, and I think the season's gonna end in a couple of hours. Unlucky, maybe next time. But it's quite interesting. One thing is, though, like, I don't like the farms that we have. I think that this Bulma needs to get vaulted. You know, we need like a mythic farm that that actually makes money, because Bulma's alright, but it doesn't make the most. And then Rockstar makes like barely any money. You're just using her for the buff, really. That's why I upgraded the Bulmas and not the Rockstar. Because then I can sell the Bulmas, right? But yeah, to upgrade like multiple characters, it's impossible pretty much. I'm gonna place another bear at the front, put it on last, so you can break the shields. Yeah, you see that. And the thing is, like, the other character that I talked about that has a double hit, which is Donut, like, he's also really good here because of it, and he's slow, which is also great. But the thing is, his range is tiny, but the bear, he has a line, so you can put him on, you know, like a line. I haven't spent too much time strategizing for this tower, but Igris really great because the nuke ability, and then Jinwoo got the summons as well. I don't think Gojo's being used much because he's just, you know, he's really, really, really powerful once you get to the last upgrade, but to get all the way there, like I said, the farm sucks, so it's a lot of money. Really difficult getting there to begin with. All right, let's sell the Bulmas. The boss is about to come in. We upgrade Igris, get his ability, put him strong. auto use. We won't even need the Egress ability on this boss because it's not a very strong one. But for the really strong bosses, the ability is probably very clutch. Probably should actually delete him and just upgrade Gojo because all the final enemies are flying essentially. Or there was only one flying enemy, whatever. Oh, and that was tower. To finish this video off, I decided to go with an odd choice, but I promise it's one so important I use in literally every stage I go into. And I think I explain very well in the next clip, so I'll let myself talk. Alright, so here's a big one. And you might, not believe how much of a big deal this is, but it really is. I have this pink Rockstar shiny with Almighty. With Midas Touch, and that's a great unit. That is a must-have character that with Midas Touch, you're gonna use on like pretty much every team in every activity. The issue is she has an E range stat. Now, that would be all fine and dandy, but you cannot roll stats on her. So I didn't know that. I had no idea that was like an issue, that you couldn't roll stats. So I've been waiting for her to show up in banner, and I'm gonna pull on the banner until I get an S or A+ stat Rockstar D. Okay, so wish me luck, and then I'm gonna get Midas Touch on her. I got a mythic. I swear, dude. I get a random shiny in this video. Nah, okay. D+, I don't care if it's shiny or not, really. They don't do damage, so there's no difference. D, yikes. Got a B. That's better. But nah, I might take an A. I said S or A+, but I also take an A. Between like A- and S, there's not that big of a jump in these like stats. C-, okay. F, yeah, okay, that's even worse than the one I have. E, that's the one I have actually. Another one coming up. C-, E again, bruh. How hard is it to get a good stat in here? If only I could roll with dice, it would be much easier. E again. I'm gonna run out of gems. I thought 30k would be enough. Not looking like it. Maybe I should trade for one. There's definitely someone out there like trading S range or A+ range Rockstars. If I run out of gems before getting one, I'll look up on Discord. There must be someone out there. I got you the mythical pity. Oh, wait, I didn't see what stat she was because I still had an auto clicker on. F. I'm glad I checked. C+, D. Oh, this is a shiny. This is hard to get an Almighty. D+, C range. I'm about to run out of gems. C again. Last multi. And it's not even a legendary. Okay, I've been looking around quite a bit and I found this pink Rockstar with an A- range. A damage. I didn't even know you could roll damage on her. Okay, for 10k. I mean, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm gonna spend way more than 10k trying to get this A- here. Yeah, I'll take that. And now we get the man, I would love to get a Midas Touch and then a range second trait. And I've gotten that combo like multiple times on other characters that I'm just rolling on. Should I just, go crazy and try to get one? Double combo like that? I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I could. I'm not saying I couldn't. Yeah, dude, if this Prodigy was Midas Touch, this would be so good. I'm scared I'm gonna roll an Almighty, I'm gonna be honest. Precision? Yeah. It's gonna go crazy. Keep rolling Bullseye. Oh, no, I'm just like, oh, Bullseye. Roll a second. Give me Midas Touch as well. What? Dude, this would be such a crazy trait on like a different character. No, I'm gonna roll an Almighty Requiem on this character. Watch. Watch me roll an Almighty Requiem on her. No! 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 No way. No way. No chance, dude. What? You're trolling. You are actually trolling. Wow. I can't roll this off, man. I can't because it's just like funny to have. Bro, I don't have my face cam on because I just woke up and I look like absolute dog, but oh my god. I'm keeping this in the video. I guess. Oh, I'm Imagine rolling Almighty Requiem on her. Okay, I need to look for another Rockstar now. I'm not rolling that off, dude. There's no way I am. It's been actually a couple of days, and I finally found another pink Rockstar. A couple as in like a day and a half. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating how long it's been, but I've been searching for another one, and finally I got a decent range. The Almighty will stay. She will be permanently in my box. I'm locking her up. Almost forgot. Let's roll on this A range. And I swear if I get another Almighty, oh my god. Alright, so pink Rockstar. This is my E range pink Rockstar. The original one I said, oh, you know, this is terrible, I need to upgrade, right? So 29 range. I just want to compare with the others because this is, as much as it might not sound important, it really is. The range on pink Rockstar matters a lot for leaderboard runs because you want to place her somewhere that every unit is going to be in it because you need to stack all 4 pink Rockstars on your leaderboard team because the buffs stack. There's been a lot of conflicting information about that, but top players have been adamant that the buffs do in fact stack, and I'm much more inclined to you know, agree with them than with random people. So now this right here, 36 range, look how much bigger it is in fact my almighty pink Rockstar, which I unironically have been running for leaderboards for the past 2 days since I got her. But even though it's hilarious, I do like to bring it just for the, you know, because everyone finds it funny that I have an almighty pink Rockstar. You still want to bring a Midas touch because you end up using like millions and millions and millions of money because you need to replace characters in other positions to kill bosses. So as hilarious as this almighty pink Rockstar is, and I wish I could only use her, have my full almighty team, including my farm, unfortunately, I can't. So this right here is the A range pink Rockstar we ended up with Midas touch. This is the one I'm going to be using pretty much forever now. 32.8 range. It's enough range that you can place somewhere, and it's going to be where all the units are going to be placed. They're all going to be in the buff range, and this unit will legit last until the game shuts down because there's very unlikely chance they will make a better buff plus farm unit than this. If they do make a better farm, sure, we're going to use it for like raids or whatever, but we're still gonna run this character because she legit does a 20% buff. I think it's 20%, right? Show all the characters with it. Like, that's just too strong. Like, that is an OP character that's gonna be relevant forever. So that is why I wanted to make such a good point of her. She's gonna be relevant forever, so I might as well get a really good one. Thank you all for watching. Right now, I'm working on a ton of content for you guys, so stay tuned for more. Good luck.